Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Pisces, today we're going to look into your person. We're going to see how they're currently viewing their relationship with you, how they feel about it, and what actions they plan on taking in your direction and or moving forward. So with all that being said, Pisces, let's get started. How does this person currently view their relationship with Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Okay, so we do have the Nine of Wands. We do have the Hermit. We also have the Four of Wands, and then we also have the Knight of Swords. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, okay, we do have the Nine of Swords to the Queen of Cups, and then we also have the King of Cups. True pair situation, by the way, between you and this person. Every time I see the King and the Queen of Cups, it basically reminds me of true love. But yeah, you're definitely connecting with a soulmate here who has a lot of love for you, and I do believe that you have a lot of love for them. However, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. I just feel like this person doesn't feel safe and secure with you. I don't believe that this person's consciously aware of this though, but the reason why they don't feel safe and secure with you is because they don't feel safe and secure within themselves. Therefore, they can't feel safe and secure with anyone. I just kind of feel like this person for a while hasn't necessarily felt safe and secure with you. And I feel like they tend to basically look at you like you're the reason why I don't feel safe and secure, but it's not that you're the reason why you don't. It's not that it's not that you're the reason why they don't feel safe and secure. It truly is them. I just don't think that they're consciously aware of that. Like, it truly does kind of start with them first. You know what I mean? Like, how you feel internally will manifest itself externally to you. So if you don't feel safe and secure within yourself, you're not going to feel safe and secure anywhere you go or with anybody that you end up with, if that makes absolutely any sense. So I do believe that the main reason why they feel the way that they feel has a lot to do with them. I just kind of feel like they're like too busy like pointing the finger at you, like, no, it's Pisces' fault that I feel this way. It's not my fault, it's their fault. I don't necessarily feel like that's the case, especially because we have the Nine of Swords to the Nine of Wands. That's kind of telling me that the reason why they don't feel safe and secure has a lot to do with them and the things that they've experienced in life prior to getting involved with you. The Nine of Wands basically represents the wounded warrior, represents somebody who has been through a lot of shit, okay? So I think it's safe to say your person has been through a lot of shit, and I think that it's safe to say that it's, still kind of haunting them and affecting them till this day. Is basically what I'm getting. So there's still a lot of shadow work that needs to take place. There's still a lot of healing that needs to take place on this person's behalf. But I feel like the more they sit there and point the finger at you, the more they're going to find themselves still feeling this way within this dynamic that they share with you. Because I could tell that they want to feel safe and secure with you, especially with the Four of Wands coming out here. I mean, that's what this person has been striving for here, is to feel safe and secure with you, but they're never going to until they make it their only mission and priority to feel safe and secure within themselves first. Because once you feel safe and secure within yourself first, you'll be able to feel safe and secure with others. Once you learn how to trust yourself, you'll learn to trust, people around you. Once you learn to love yourself, you'll be able to love others. It really does all kind of start with them. I just don't think that they see it that way, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's see how this person's currently feeling. How does this person currently feel? Okay, we have the Five of Cups. We have the Justice card. Okay, we also have the High Priestess, and then we also have the Lovers. Okay. Interesting. When it comes on to how they feel about you, this is interesting because this person kind of feels like you're like the best thing that could have ever happened to them, but also like the worst thing that could have ever happened to them. And I feel like the only reason why they feel like you're the worst thing that could have ever happened to them has a lot to do with like this whole pointing the finger at you. You're the reason why I don't feel safe and secure. You're the reason why I'm constantly worried. You're the reason why I'm constantly stressed. But it's not that you're the reason. It's not that you're the reason. I keep wanting to say this, like, it's not that you're the reason that, they have anxiety within this dynamic that they share with you, that they tend to overthink things within this dynamic that they share with you, that they tend to worry about the future, because of you. And no, this has everything to do with things that they've experienced in life that they fear is going to eventually end up happening to them again. Like I said, this person did come across as a 9 of Wands. That's a pretty bad sign. That's kind of telling me that your person has been through a lot of bad things, especially when it comes down to being in a romantic relationship with someone. So for them, being in a romantic relationship with someone is not an easy thing for them to do, because it causes them to think that they're putting themselves in that predicament to get hurt and betrayed and deceived all over again. This is that type of person that I'm sure feels far more safe and secure being single and alone than they do in a relationship, because all of these bad experiences that they've had in life had a lot to do with them 9 times out of 10 being in a relationship with someone, is basically what I'm getting. So they typically don't feel safe and secure being in a relationship with absolutely anyone, because it causes them to feel like, again, they're signing themselves up to get hurt, disappointed, played, deceived, lied to, manipulated, gaslighted, things of that nature. But I feel like it's so weird, because I feel like how do I say this? I feel like the answer to this person's problems is like literally staring at them, like right in their face, and they just don't see it, if that makes absolutely any sense. Like, it makes sense why they don't see it, because they're too busy like pointing the finger at you, like, no, like, Pisces is the reason why I overthink things. Pisces is the reason why I don't feel safe and secure. Pisces is the reason why I feel like this. Pisces is the reason why I feel like that. But you truly aren't the reason. Like, if you were the reason, I would have just told you straight up, like, you're the problem here, Pisces. But I don't believe that you are, especially because I saw the 9 of Wands come out for them. So that's kind of telling me that the reason why they are the way that they are has a lot to do with past traumas and experiences that they went through with other people. They may think that they've gone over the betrayal that one person put them through, or what this one put them through and what that one put them through. But with the 9 of Wands coming out here for this person, that's kind of telling me that no, that's not true. They haven't actually gone over that, betrayal that they experienced. They haven't actually gone over what such and such put them through. Even though I think that that's another thing too with this person. I think that they think that they're so over what such and such put them through, when in all actuality, I don't believe that that is the case at all. Do I feel like these past traumas that they've experienced with other people is like coming back up to the surface for them now that they're with you? Yeah, but it kind of makes sense as to why it's showing back up to the surface for them. And it's because being in a relationship for them never makes them feel safe and secure, because of every other experience that they've ever had being in a relationship with someone. It's always been negative. It's always been bad. It's always been painful. It's always been, disappointing. It's always been, you know, it's always been negative. It's always been negative. It's always been negative. So it makes sense as to why all of this is showing up now within their relationship with you. Is basically what I'm getting. That it does kind of make sense as to why all this is coming up to the surface, but it just goes to show that they do kind of tie being in a relationship with someone as a very negative thing due to every other negative experience they've had in love, if that makes sense. So it explains why they are the way that they are with you. And with this dynamic that they share with you, it also explains why they think they're going to get disappointed. It explains why they think they're going to get hurt, because they're going based off of their history with everybody else. So in their eyes, it's like, well, what makes you so special, Pisces? What makes you so different? What makes them think that you're not going to turn around and do them the same way everybody else has put them through? Like, what makes you so special? What makes you so different? Is like the best way that I can describe, this person's whole thought process and like the way that they're looking at this entire situation with you. But yeah, I do believe that you and this relationship that they share with you is the best thing that could have ever happened to them, and time will tell. Time will tell. Time will definitely tell, because I feel like they're going to overcome a lot of things. And that's the crazy part too, is that I don't think that this person realizes how much they've actually grown and healed and evolved since they've gone with you. The fact that this person goes from the 9 of Wands to the 9 of Swords to the 5 of Cups, that's pretty fucking impressive if you ask me. That's kind of telling me that a lot of healing has taken place since they've gone with you. They've definitely learned a lot. They've definitely grown a lot. They've definitely evolved a lot. So even though the fear hasn't fully gone away, even though the anxiety hasn't fully gone away, even though the doubts, reservations, the what if this and what if that hasn't fully gone away, yeah, even though it hasn't fully gone away, I do believe that they've had, for the most part, made a lot of progress. So let's say, for example, like, when this relationship started between the two of you, they constantly found themselves, experiencing, intrusive thoughts Monday through Sunday. Well, now, they might still experience intrusive thoughts, but now it only happens once a month, you know what I mean, compared to like Monday through Friday through Sunday, I'm sorry, like every fucking day. Like, to go from that to like only experiencing like an intrusive and negative thought once a month, that's pretty impressive. This person could have went from being very anxious and very nervous, every single freaking day, Monday through Sunday. And now, they only feel anxious and nervous once a month. You know what I mean? Like, there's progress here. I just kind of feel like they just don't realize it and or see it, but there's a lot of progress that has definitely taken place on their behalf. They're less anxious, they're less nervous, they're not dwelling on these intrusive thoughts as much as they used to. They're not quick to make assumptions and accuse you of things as much as they used to. Like, so they've definitely grown and evolved and healed from a lot of things throughout the course of their involvement with you. But like I said, I do believe that this relationship was the best thing that could have ever happened to them, because it's helping them heal. It's helping them overcome the things that they have struggled with overcoming for quite some time now. And I do believe that time will reveal that you actually are the best thing that could have ever happened to them. All right. What actions will this person take towards Pisces or moving forward? Okay, we have the Ace of Wands, we got the Seven of Pentacles, there you go, with the Tower, and then we also have the Nine of Cups. I like this a lot. I feel like very soon this person's going to realize how much they've actually grown and evolved and learned while being by your side. Because I just see this person, coming out of all of this, as a healed version of themselves. You know what I mean? Because all of these past traumas that they've experienced, within every other relationship that they've been in prior to meeting you, will eventually become a thing of the past. The things that used to trigger them won't trigger them anymore. The things that used to give this person, fear and anxiety is not going to give them fear and anxiety anymore. The things that they used to worry about and concern themselves with will eventually become a thing of the past. And I feel like it has a lot to do with them realizing that you're not actually the problem here. The problem is everything that they've experienced, with everybody else prior to meeting you. And to be honest, it's not even their damn fault. Because let's just be honest, we're not walking around asking people, please play me, please deceive me, please do this to me, please do that to me, please, just, bring some trauma into my life, please just do this to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is not technically speaking even their fault. You know what I mean? So I think that in the future, this person's going to start to, realize that the real issue here has a lot to do with their past traumas, and it has absolutely nothing to do with you. And once this person realizes all of that, because I do see them realizing all of that, I do believe that in itself is going to inspire this person to do whatever it is that they have to do on their end to not allow their past to continue to haunt them or affect them, especially within this dynamic that they share with you. So I do believe that the things that used to trigger them won't trigger them anymore. I do believe that the things that used to bother them won't bother them anymore. I also feel like the things that such and such put them through isn't going to be things that they're going to concern themselves with within this dynamic that they share with you, because they're also going to realize how different you actually are compared to everybody else they've ever dealt with. So, and I get it. I think that was their fear too, because their biggest fear was history repeating itself in their life, right? That you're going to turn around and do them the same way everybody else has. But because they're going through a whole new experience with somebody who's very different from what they're accustomed to dealing with, they're going to experience a whole new experience. They're going to experience a whole nother outcome compared to, every other person that they dealt with, because it kind of looks like this person would typically gravitate towards like the same type of individual is basically what I'm getting. Like, I am definitely getting that. They would gravitate towards the same type of individual over and over and over again, expecting a different outcome, expecting that person to treat them differently, expecting that person to do right by them. But the moment, that they met you, because you were so different from what they were accustomed to dealing with, but in a really good way, you know, they're already starting to kind of realize how different you actually are. And the things that they had to essentially worry about in every other relationship are things that they don't technically speaking have to worry about while being involved with you, but time will reveal all of that to them. This is somebody that you have to utilize a lot of patience with, but this is also somebody that, like I said, has been through a lot of bad experiences in love, and this is why they are the way that they are. It's not that they asked to be this way or anything like that. I mean, this has a lot to do with things that other people have put them through that they still haven't made peace with or gotten over or basically moved past. But I feel pretty confident that they definitely will. Now, with the King and the Queen of Cups coming out here, I do believe that the two of you will be able to experience, a relationship full of peace, harmony, balance. But I do believe that it's gonna happen when this person realizes that you're not actually the problem here. The problem is everything that this person has ever went through in life, and it's still haunting them and affecting them till this day. I get that they want to point the finger at you and say, no, it's your fault, you're the reason why I feel this way, you're the reason why I think this way, but you're not actually the reason why they feel this way, you're not actually the reason why they think this way. It's because of what such and such put them through that makes them think this way, that makes them act this way, that makes them show up in this way. The quicker they could accept that and realize that, the better off they will be. But it's going to take time for them to actually realize that themselves. Like, it's going to take some time for them to actually realize that, because you could sit there and tell this person, no, like, it's because of everything that you've been through, and that's why you are the way that you are. They're going to sit there and look at you, and they're going to automatically, more than likely, think to themselves, like, well, you're just saying that. You're just saying that because I guess that's what, they think you. Yeah, because to me, I feel like that's how they would even internalize it. Like, if you were to sit there and say, like, no, like, it's not me, it's everything that you've experienced in life, and this is why you are the way that you are, they would basically sit there and be like, okay, yeah, they're just telling me what I want to hear. They're just telling me what I think, or yeah, you know what I mean. They're just telling me, what I want to hear, and that's why they're saying all these things. But they're the problem. I know that they're the problem. I know that they're the problem. I know it's not me. I know it's definitely them. They're just telling me whatever it is, they think I want to hear, but that's the thing, is that you're not, you know what I mean? You're definitely not. And even I'm not, because I'm sitting here saying the same thing. It's like, they could sit here and say that you're the problem, you know what I mean, like, all they want, but the next relationship that they get into, they're going to find themselves in the same predicament. Are they going to turn around and point the finger at that person? And let's say that they get rid of that person and they jump to the next relationship, they're still going to find themselves feeling this exact same way. So are they going to sit there and really point the finger at the other person and say it's the other person's fault? Like, at some point you gotta, like, realize, wait a minute, like, maybe I am the problem. Maybe everything I've experienced in life has made me think this way and feel this way and react this way towards people. Like, maybe that's what's going on. And that's the thing, is that is exactly what's going on. I just kind of feel like they just don't want to accept that that's what's actually going on. Could be like an ego and pride thing. It's a possibility. It could be a variety of different reasons why they're fighting this truth. You know what I mean? The only thing I can think of is it could be ego and pride, or it could just be that they are so convinced that you're the problem and they're right. And that's just that. I mean, that could be, another thing too that's going on here. But I'm telling you, the quicker this person realizes, man, like, I know why I am the way that I am. It's because such and such put me through this, and now I think this person's gonna put me through this, and it's because such and such over here put me through that as well. So now I'm thinking everybody's out to get me. Nobody has my best interest at heart. They're gonna realize what's really going on here. Regardless if it comes out of your mouth and you're telling them straight up, like, no, this is your problem, or it's coming from a family member, or it's coming from a friend, or it's just coming from them just realizing all of this on their own. They're gonna eventually realize that, like, okay, you know what, it truly is me and everything that I've went through. And it truly is. You know what I mean? And I feel like once they realize all of this, that's when not only are they going to change, but the relationship that y'all share with one another is going to drastically change. It's going to drastically change for the better. It's just they need to accept this already and realize this already and stop fighting it already. And stop looking at you like you're the one to blame here, when the real people that are to blame here is everybody that they've ever dealt with that has caused them to think everybody's out to get them. Nobody has their best interests at heart. I mean, that's pretty sad if you think about it. To have this mentality of everybody's out to get me, nobody has my best interests at heart. I gotta watch my back when it comes down to everybody. Like, I mean, that's pretty bad to walk around having that type of mentality. I think it just goes to show how much this person has actually experienced and how much this person has actually gone through. um and this is why they are the way that they are. You know what I mean? It's because other people who didn't have their best interests at heart made them this way, and it is very sad and it is very unfortunate. um but I think that once this person realizes what's really going on, they're not going to continue to allow their past and everything that everybody else has put them through to continue to haunt them and affect them, because that's what's happening here. The reason why this person is not as happy as they want to be with you is because they're still allowing what such and such put them through to have power over them till this day. And this could have happened years ago. This could happen years ago. This betrayal could have happened years ago. And it's still affecting them to the point where they can't even fully be happy with you. You see what I mean? Like, once this person realizes, all right, this is what's going on with me, they're not going to continue to allow what such and such put them through to have that power over them to the point where it prevents them from being happy again. You know what I mean? To the point where it prevents them from, getting married and building and establishing a life with someone, because that same person that could have hurt them, betrayed them, and deceived them could be out there right fucking now living their best fucking life, not worried about shit. Meanwhile, this person over here is struggling to be happy with you because of what the hell that person put them through. That shit's not fair. You know what I mean? So I feel pretty confident that this person, will definitely pull through, and they will stop fighting this truth. And, they will do whatever it is that they have to do on their end to get better and to, just move past all of this and make peace with it all. Because I feel like once they do, I mean, things between the two of you it's just going to get better, to be completely honest. It's not going to get worse. It's definitely going to get better. I feel like the relationship that y'all share with one another is already good as it is. I mean, despite your person and what they're struggling with, the relationship in itself is good. So imagine when this is not even a fucking thing anymore, how awesome your relationship with this person is going to be. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be great. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.